Bam! Crash! Screams pierce the air like a scalpel. Midnight turns to dawn with a deafening roar. The black room is attacked with light. The flames outside the window start to soar. Terror, confusion, and panic replace the air in his lungs. His eyes open wide. His blood runs cold. Yanking on the curtains before his feet feel the floor. People running, people screaming, young and old. That is a day he will never forget. The blood and gore have now become his norm. The screams are now silent. The flames are snuffed out. The only wails he hears are from the passing storm. His fellow man replaced with something truly unnatural, decomposing shadows that stumble through the night. The emptiness in their eyes, an endless pit of ebony, stalking the streets, on the prowl, looking for a fight. The days turn to weeks and the weeks into months, hiding and scavenging while evading the worst, the chances of survival getting increasingly narrow. With each passing minute, his hope feels the thirst. The rumble of footsteps overflows in his ears, the rumble so strong it's shaking the chairs. The stench of burnt flesh saturates his nose, making him question the haven he chose. Closer and closer, it's too late to flee. He will have to fight or become one of thee. Faster and faster, they sense that he's there. The smell in his sweat, the smell of his fear. He glances down at the axe in his hand. With legs trembling, he propels to a stand. He braces himself for the impact, for there will be no time to react. Before he can think, his axe is in the air, swinging at anything that comes near. Hands are grabbing and teeth are clattering. Everywhere he looks, there are bones shattering. The blood spurts out like spilt red wine, filling his mouth like a hot, salty brine. He feverishly fights and swings his axe hard, slicing through flesh that is darkened and charred. 5 of them come at him and 5 of them fall. As the last one collapses, it lets out a call, a screech like no other that's ever been heard, calling the horde, sending them word. As he staggers away to search for shelter he needs, he glances at the bodies he left in a heap. The sound of the mob off in the distance, a flock of rotting flesh that don't need sleep. After running a safe distance, he stops for a rest. He slides down the wall and slumps on the floor. His axe, suddenly an anvil, falls to the ground. He's breathless and aching like never before. As his lungs fill with air and his legs slow their tremble, the adrenaline wears off, and then the reality hits him. There on his leg, incisors and canines and a bit of a molar. He closes his eyes, his fate sealed deep in his limb. As he rests on that wall, his thoughts start to fade. There's no one to help. There's no one to aid. His eyelids get heavy. His arms become lead. Then he drifts off to sleep in his final bed.